Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. Sorry, I'm a little thrown off. I don't know why we are in a different. We're in a whole different room. I'm not sure why we didn't wake up in our normal bed. Either way, let's go ahead and try and break our way out of here. Okay, so today, if this is not any indication, what we're planning on doing is a little rearranging here in the house. So it's a good day for some rain. Good day for us to just chill and do some stuff inside. We are going to do a little bit of housekeeping outdoors. Obviously, we have some crops to pick. So this means we should run back to the desert and buy more rhubarb. So we'll do that, and then we're going to come back and we're going to go back to planting. And I think we're going to make this entire crop that we're picking, we're just going to replace with rhubarb. Because this is all under the effects of deluxe speed grow. So, worthwhile in my opinion. Let's see. 1 maple syrup. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. This is the first time I think I've ever grown rhubarb. I'm actually quite a big fan of rhubarb in real life. Strictly because it sort of tastes like green apple. And being allergic to apple, it's like the one time I get to actually enjoy... What's going on? Why can't I... There we go. It's the one time I get to enjoy an actual apple flavor that isn't, artificial or something like that, which, not the same. It's just not the same. So yeah, pretty into rhubarb. Not like a rhubarb pie or something like that. You don't need to add a bunch of sugar to it. I just sort of eat rhubarb like celery. Yes, and it's Vincent's birthday, and thank you for letting me know he likes snails. We'll have to go find him. Assumedly, he will be either at school or at home, given that he is in fact a child and it's raining. But, we'll figure it out one way or the other. There we go. Make a couple of goat cheeses. Not to be confused with goat Jesus. Speaking of goat Jesus, I don't know how this relates. It doesn't. If you are a member of the Discord, you probably already know this, so go join the Discord. But, I got my beta key for, Palea. So, I am going to... Oh, we got a rabbit's foot! One of them felt so inclined to, do a little... seriously, why can't we... I don't understand... It's very strange. If we have, like, a non-tool item in our hand, I can't seem to grab the hay. But yeah, anyway, one of the rabbits decided to self-amputate and pass it our direction. But, so anyway, yes, I got my beta key for Palea. So I will, well, I got home. I'm recording this video the night before this comes out. Because, again, it's a work weekend. So I have to make minor adjustments. But... I will be hopefully playing that game tonight, and I'm going to be recording everything I play of it, not to release in the same format like this. It's not going to be a 1-to-1, but I might do just like a, hey, here's my first impressions after, 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever, and just let you guys sort of see what that's all about, because the open beta is starting on the 10th, I believe, and I would definitely like to see if any of you guys are interested in it's free to play, so hop in and play with me. If again, I'll let you guys know what I think. If I think it's trash, I'll let you know. I don't anticipate thinking that, just given the nature of what it is. It's an MMO cozy game. How is that? And from everything I have seen, I think should be I think it'll be up our alley, so give that a try, and look forward for the video coming out soon. I don't know when. I'm gonna really push this one to get out quickly. I am still working on... Where's that rabbit's foot? There it is. I'm still working on the One Lonely Outpost video. Let's go to the desert first. Yeah, I am still working on the One Lonely Outpost video, and I had intended to spend Sunday finishing out what is available in early access and then beginning work on the video. So that's should still be happening. This Palea is not going to shouldn't affect my timing with getting the OLO video out, mostly because Palea is going to essentially just replace my time that I was playing Baldur's Gate. So I'm choosing to play that game instead. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm excited for that, so look forward to that. And if you get a beta key, or if when it comes to open beta, if you want to play, join the Discord and let me know. Hey, starfruit seeds. We should get some of those for the, oh, damn, what is that thing called? The greenhouse, that's what it's called. Oh, one second, we had 8, 16, 24, 32. Okay, so we need 40 of these. Can we afford that? Oops, I got one extra, that's okay. Now, as far as starfruit seeds go, I'm only going to buy, let's see, we should have the room for 3. Yeah, we should have the room for 3. Okay. And you know what? I'll check. I didn't bring anything to trade, but let's go and see what she has for trade. Nothing crazy. I do still want that butterfly hutch. I will have to bring those. I believe we have the 200 bat wings. So, unrelated to Stardew and such, as I said, I worked this weekend, and I had to work today. And along with working today, I actually had to... I do a little apologizing today, which, hey, I did not know she loves cactus fruit. That's interesting. Anyway, I do what I'm doing right now when I try to apologize to people. I oftentimes... you know, just saying, hey, I'm sorry, doesn't feel like enough. And, oh my god. Okay, never mind. 1 second. Ugh, I always clean under the cushions. It's your turn this week. Haley's big mad about sweeping. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of work in this house, and you know it. Oh, it's the new farm boy. I've lived here for over a year. He has a name, you know. Thank you, Emily, for defending me. Hey, I bet you'll understand my point of view here. I bet I won't. I'm really sorry to involve you in this, Sid. Haley is complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. It's only because I cleaned them last week. Stop whining and just clean it! Haley, why not have this be your one weekly job? Emily, take the high road and do it this time. I guess... I don't know, feeling like, hey, this is your one job is to clean, that's rough. I don't want to be mean and just say, sure, I'll just clean it. But I guess we'll attempt, because I don't want Emily to have to compromise on this. So I feel like Haley being like, just do this thing is probably the better route without completely being being mean and alienate her. All right, you win. I guess this can be my job every week. Then there won't be any reason to argue over it. Oh, never mind. Sid, thanks. That was a great solution. I see. She meant that is just her chore. She just has to do that. Okay. I guess that makes more sense. And all of this was for nothing, so I didn't even mean to come in here. I'm looking for Vincent, and that's not his house. There's Vincent. Here you go, buddy. You remember my birthday. Thank you. This is great. You're welcome. Here you go, guys. I have some random things you can have. Thank you. This makes my day really special. You're welcome. Hey, now this is a really great gift. Thanks. Welcome, Kent. We'll leave Rockstar to it. I don't want to interrupt. I get it. Anyway, so as I was saying, I had to do some apologizing today. when I was at work the other day, this would have been Tuesday, we had a corporate walkthrough. Again, I work at a factory, and just for the sake of argument, so you can maybe somewhat understand where I'm coming from with this, not trying to justify my actions, as we'll get to, but our company has multiple factories in multiple states in America, and our specific plant is very highly rated. We have the #1 safety rating. I'm not, we're very high percentile, if not #1 in most things in our company wide. So, we run a tight ship, as they say. But I don't know why I turned into Willie. I think because I said ship. But anyway, when we have the big wigs come through, and I'm talking like, the big wigs come through, suddenly it's like everything changes. How was I short? Oh, I see how. Because I was off the first time I did this. Well, we're just going to use some cauliflower. So, when the big wigs come through, suddenly all of the stuff that we are praised for doing is now no longer appropriate. They'll literally tell the forklift drivers they need to stop driving around so that the corporate folks can walk around the floor, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's like, in my eyes, how are you going to halt production? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. 1 second. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But more than that, it bothers me that we are praised for, our work ethic, what we do on a day-to-day basis. And then when corporate comes around, suddenly what we do is no longer correct. And it's different. And it feels very duplicitous to me and just disingenuous. I don't like it. I don't like the idea that my boss is telling us that we're doing the right thing, we're doing the good thing, but then when someone else comes around, suddenly you have to hide it. It's like you were like being a kid and you're at a friend's house, right? And that friend says like, "Oh yeah, we're totally allowed to go into my dad's study and look at his rare comic books," or whatever. You can tell what kind of kid I was. And then come to find out that is incorrect, and we're about to get in big trouble because you were told one thing, and now when a higher authority comes around, that is no longer correct. And I hate that. And I have made that very clear to them that I find it to be very distasteful to me. And we have a rule in our handbook at our job that if we are using a knife for any kind of trimming, we have to wear cut-resistant gloves, obviously. And we have another tool that's technically referred to as a knife, but it's a swivel knife, and it's very difficult to actually cut yourself with. And that one is excluded. We do not have to wear gloves. Well, I was told to put on my gloves, even though I was not using a knife. The station I was at does not require a knife. And, I got a little flustered by it. And again, I was not mad at the person. I didn't yell at them or berate them or anything like that. But I don't do a good job of hiding what's going on in my head. I'm a very emotions on my sleeve kind of person, which is not, it's not a great way to be, if I'm being honest. Or at least not all the time. You have to be able to rein it in sometimes, and I'm not very good at that often. So, point being is, I'm gonna move our bed. I'm gonna put it here. No, I'm gonna put it over here. Point being is, the person who I had this interaction with was, less than pleased with the way the interaction went. And, I wasn't reported or anything. Like I said, I didn't verbally berate this person or anything, but I just, I spoke in a way that upset them. And so I did not apologize that day intentionally because I I knew the state of mind I was in, that it would have been very easy for, it would have been very easy to, for that conversation to have went poorly. You know, maybe it could have gone in a way that, I may have reacted poorly again. Just again, I know the way my brain works. So I spoke cordially to the person the day of, but then we didn't speak on it. So I made it a point to speak with them about it first thing today. And again, it was one of those things that I struggle with. Because I won't say because, I don't know, I'm not psychoanalyzing myself here, I guess, but I, in a lot of ways, am just, see, I'm doing it again. I don't want to say the wrong things, especially when it comes to something like an apology, because I, too, do not want to come off as, I don't want them to feel like I'm just placating them, like, hey, I'm sorry, so can you shut the hell up and everything go back to normal again? Because that's not what it is, you know, at least not in this case. And, you know, that doesn't mean that, I want to get to our, I wonder if we can get, there we go, we can get that leaf back. You know, even though I don't feel like I did anything wrong per se, I do still feel that my reaction was I conducted myself in a way where I was not as in control of my emotions as I feel like I not only could have been but should have been. You know, it's I tend to think that, well, I'm going to butcher this quote, but there is a quote from Hemingway that says, you know, like, again, this is not verbatim, but there's nothing to be gained from being better than other people. The only thing you should seek to do is be better than yourself. And that's not me being better than myself, being that way. Not having control over literally losing control of my emotions. There's no reason that something that does not affect my pay, that makes me feel icky, because at the end of the day, that's really all it was. There's no reason that something like that should result in my loss of emotional control. You know what I mean? It's just, there's no excuse for it. And so I felt the need to apologize for it. And it just, I don't know. This is a relative, I won't say new thing, but this does stem somewhat from within my time of being sober, you know, is the what's the right word for it? Being able to admit, like, hey, I mean, because here's the thing. What I could have done at work is just moved on and not mentioned it at all. And that would have probably ended up totally fine, because it's a job. People get heated with each other, and they say stuff like, you know, maybe they don't necessarily mean, and the other person knows. It's whatever. You know what I mean? But I felt the need to, I don't know. I felt the need to say something to this person and make sure that they knew that there was, you know, that I didn't want them to feel like they were a problem in the scenario. I wanted them to know that it was my issue and I am the one that lost control, and I wanted them to know that I acknowledged that, and I wanted to do better the next time, you know. So, I mean, hopefully there wouldn't be a next time, but I think you understand what I mean. And yeah, I don't know. So I guess what I'm getting at there is it felt good at the end of the day to know that or rather at the beginning of the day, it felt good to know that, like, I had done something that made me uncomfortable, but that I think was for the good of someone else. I didn't do what would have protected my own ego, and I instead tried to look out for the well-being of this person who, by all metrics, I don't have to really care about, but I don't know. I really don't know why I'm rambling about this. It's not like I never apologize for things I do. It's just I don't know that I've ever apologized to what essentially amounts to a stranger. Because we're not friends, you know what I mean? We don't hang out. So in that regard, it was a bit of a deviation from the norm for me, and I don't know. It's just it was an interesting part of my day. So here I am rambling about it. There we go. And we are not making it very far with this whole rearranging, are we? Okay. And then as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to edit this video, and then I'm going to take a break from rearranging this house to go play a game where I can rearrange my house. I didn't even check our humor today or nothing. Check the weather. Clear and sunny. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and call it then. I guess it is time for bed. But anyway, I don't really have a point to that. I just, I thought about it a lot today. And, you know, I watched a lot of Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross and, you know, Pee Wee Herman and stuff, like I mentioned when I was a kid. And they always talk about, you know, being a good person and blah, 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 blah. And I don't think I've spent most of my life being a good person. And I still don't think I'm a good person, but I accept that part of that is just trying to be better than you were the last time you made the same mistake. So, I'm trying to do that. But anyway, neither here nor there. I hope you guys had a good day, and I hope you have a great rest of your day whenever you watch this. I appreciate you being here. Be good to each other. I guess that at the end of the day is what I mean about all of this. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.